All right, y'all, we gotta talk. This is an important thing. Honestly, I'm gonna need y'all to do something for me. This is very important. If you want to increase the feel of your bowling ball, if you want it to get better, if you want it to be consistent from day to day, you got to do this one thing, and you got to do it real often. Like, as in every time you go bowl. Basically, you have to do this. No, I'm not talking about cleaning bowling balls. I'm talking about first hitting that subscribe button, liking, and commenting below what you think of this topic. But seriously, you gotta change your tape. The tape inside your thumb hole. If you're not using tape, you're losing feel. If you're not using tape, you're not gonna have a consistent feel each day. If you're not using tape, you're not gonna be able to adjust the way the ball comes off your hand each day. So I wanna show you, these types of things can't happen. You can't leave tape in there day after day. You can't leave tape in there getting black and getting all that oil. And here's why. The oil from your hand alone makes the tape slippery. It makes it to where it doesn't feel the same as when it was new. So you ever wonder why one day your ball feels great and the next day it doesn't? It's because and it's not the only reason, but one of the major reasons is because a lot of the oil from your hands that comes from the lanes, that comes from anything, gets in your bowling ball and it creates problems. It creates slippery, slimy goop that nobody wants to deal with. And people are just thinking, well, it's just there to take up space. It's not like I really need it for grip. Yes, you do, because you have to squeeze at some point. You can't, anybody that says they don't squeeze the bowling ball is lying. They're lying through their teeth. You have to squeeze a little bit. Otherwise, the ball will just fall off your hand at certain points of the swing. So here's what you don't want to see. Take a look at this. Here's what we don't want to see. We don't want to look in that thumb hole and see all that goop? See all that crap in there? That's after taking tape out from somebody that's been in there for who knows how long. We cannot have all that tape built up in there creating crap. Now I got to clean that out and be able to put new tape in there. This is what your tape should look like, minus it's a little crooked there, but you know what? Who cares? At least this is fresh, clean tape. And yes, you should taper it like that. It should not be right on top of each other. When you go right on top of each other, one after another, it creates a different span. We don't want that. One piece of tape's not going to change your span much. Now, as you put pieces of tape in, you can put them lower and lower and lower as you need them. I don't know that I would necessarily put tape in the back unless you need even extra grip. If I'm putting tape in the back, it's generally going to be a black tape, a slippery tape of some sort. And this is another reason why switch grips and interchangeable thumbs are so important. It's because now you don't have to use a ton of tape. Now you've just got that one thumb that you're using, or a couple of thumbs that you're using, that you're just changing the tape in that. If you're not using switch grip or interchangeables, you're changing tape in a lot of different bowling balls. So do me a favor, go check the tape in your bowling balls. Make sure they're not gooey, make sure they're not slippery. Change it. Like for me, I will change tape. Sometimes in the middle of a block, I will put different tape in because some places are just dirtier than other places. But a lot of times I can go an 8-game block without changing tape. But that next morning, when I'm getting up for match play or when I'm getting ready for another event, you've got to change tape. You've got to put it in there so that way it's fresh. And you never know what your hand's going to feel like the next day. You might be a little swollen, so you might want to be able to move where the tape is. Now remember, how high you put the tape in that thumb hole is going to create a different feel. The higher you start that tape, the more grip, the longer the ball is going to stay on your hand. The lower you put that tape, the quicker that ball is going to come off your hand. It's going to feel like it falls off fast. And then as you taper it down, you create a little bit of a taper in the bottom of it to tighten up the bottom, not so much at the top. So just remember these things. Never put tape on the sides. You're just going to create a lot of rubbing that doesn't need to be there, although it does work for some people. If it's you, whatever, as long as you're using tape, I guess. If you're new to tape, I wouldn't suggest putting it on the sides. Just front to back, slippery on the back, grippy on the front, whatever you got to do. Use a little rosin, stuff like that. And that's another thing, is for those of you that use rosin, that creates and builds up goop and stuff too. So be careful with these things. Make sure you're changing your tape and make sure you're taking care of cleaning your bowling balls and doing all those things to preserve the life. So I'm out of here. I just wanted to yell at y'all for a minute, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.